For richer or poorer, better or worse, family sticks together. That is the theme for tomorrow's new episode of Home Economics, airing at 9:30 on WCPO 9. We're catching up with series star Karla Souza about the new season. So Karla, we're into season 3 of Home Economics. There is a lot happening. You started the season at Disneyland. How was that experience?
Oh, it was magical. I mean, since I was a kid, we've all had our experiences with Disney, but shooting at night, we were shooting all night. So the park was eerie and deserted, but the lights and all of the music was still on. So it was this very bizarre feeling of like, it was, I don't know, it's almost like we had like I don't know, like a VIP pass to see how, how the magic really happens. And we got to be behind the scenes, and it was so much fun. And we got to go to the parks on our time off. Because we were shooting all night, so then we'd wake up, we'd go as regular people to the park, and then at night we'd start shooting it. And it was so magical and special, and there's just so much nostalgia that we all had shooting there. And we got to do Rise of the Resistance, the new ride that's incredible. And we just had so much fun as the characters as well, shooting there. Marina with her churro and having to keep a tight schedule. She's very much like my sister, who like goes to Disneyland and has like, this is when we have a break, and this is when we're going to drink water, and this is when. So I could just channel my sister and all of that. But it was a lot of fun, yeah. And I think when we premiered it at the D23, which is like the expo for Disney, people were flipping out, and they loved that.
In this upcoming episode, we get a flashback to Tom and Marina's wedding day. Did it kind of bring back memories from your actual wedding day? And what was it like getting back into a wedding dress again?
Oh my gosh. I actually did not think once about my wedding, which is so bizarre now that you're asking me that. I'm like, why did that happen? And I think it's because, I mean, I had none of the things. So with Marina, I really wanted it to be like, she felt like it was her quinceañera. So she had like a crown and the poofiest dress and like just long extensions. And when I was filming it, I was like, this was a really bad idea because it was so hot. So I was just like sweating and the dress was hurting me. And I was like, this is so uncomfortable. For my wedding, I wore a ponytail, tennis shoes, yes, a dress, but it was so much more comfortable. So I did not have any of that moment of like, oh, this is like my wedding. I had a blast at my wedding. Filming a wedding isn't the same because there's so many extras and like all that stuff. But Cheech Marin plays my dad. He was there. And just looking at Topher, like his hair and Jimmy's hair was like some like, I don't know, boy band type hair of like, the early 2000s. And it was just fun seeing us all doing like, just the wardrobe of the flashbacks and the origin stories of all of our characters. So you have the origin story of Denise and Sarah meeting. You have the origin story of the normals, Denise and Marina. And you have Connor doing some dance moves that were very like appropriate for that time. And yeah, it's just again, I feel like Home Economics does all of the moments where you would clash or where families come together, whether it's a Christmas, Thanksgiving, a Halloween. So we do all of those holidays on the show because obviously it comes with like family and the baggage that comes with it. So this one is a perfect example of all of that. But even though the ceremony is catastrophic and we have to do the reception before the ceremony, and it's just a whole change of plans kind of thing, it does show that, the Hayworths stick together and for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, and that, ultimately family is what matters. And it doesn't matter, whether the wedding is as perfect as you imagined it to be. We don't get to see Marina as a bridezilla, although I would have loved that. But we do have to have, we have a lot of fun in the music of that time and all that stuff. People are going to love it.
Is there a moment this season that you're really excited for people to see?
Oh my goodness. I am obsessed with one of the recent episodes where Marina quits the firm and starts her decorating interior design job, and comes to start working with this like insanely hot contractor that Tom is going to go very jealous for. And there's just so much fun coming from seeing Tom, seeing him have like be jealous and insecure with someone, and how they handle that as a couple, as well as like, whether they have a dry spell and they haven't been intimate in a while, and like all these storylines that they have as a couple, I think is just like really relatable and very, very funny. Yeah, I think that for me is like what has been incredibly fun this season.
Karla, thanks for talking with us today. We're excited to see what else is in store this season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.